Well, first of all, Merry Christmas to everyone. I hope everyone's having a great day. It is Christmas Eve. Just plugging away like I do. Not a lot. I'd like to be out snow machine playing, maybe shooting some birds or something, but that doesn't pay the bills. So, finally got all the parts for these Thompson pumps. You know, when things go good, they go really smoothly and everything just flows right along. When you run into snags, which any machinist will tell you in this industry, you run into snags. So I'm calling that one block number one. We went 80. It had some real bad scoring in 5 and 7, but I was like, 80, it'll clean it up. 5 didn't clean up, big old. So I was like, darn. And I thought I was gonna have to put 2 sleeves in it, which changes the estimate for Hilcorp, which kind of sucks because it's a corporation and it's a la, so you're just gonna have to figure something out. Luckily for me, I ordered thick sleeves. They make 1/8 inch and then 3/32. And I originally ordered the big sleeves for block number 2 because it had already been sleeved and I didn't know what it was sleeved to. Come to find out, it took the 3/32. So I had a sleeve, so I was able to put a sleeve in that block. That block's ready to be decked. I have this really fancy machine that I bought that I can't turn on thanks to Golden Valley. So now I have to farm out work that I can personally do. I have a machine that I could do I could have been done with this a long time ago with the other. Hi Jax, how are you? Merry Christmas. So good buddy of mine has got a shop and we kind of have some equipment together and stuff. So, and he's kind of learning this new equipment that he's got. So he's like, bring it over, let's do it. I'm like, all right, cool. Tomorrow? He's like, Christmas. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. How about Saturday? So I'm trying to hurry up and get this stuff done. So we're gonna go ahead and deck them, and then we'll use the power hone, which I have a beautiful brand new power hone sitting at my shop that I can't turn on. So we're gonna do them both. Started doing sleeves on this one, and basically you leave a shelf on the bottom of it, you slam the sleeve in there, and then you face it off, and then you can deck it, or you can just hand file it, depending on if you're just doing one. Well, in this case, I'm doing 8. A lot of machine work involved with these 2 blocks. So I started punching them in, facing them, moving on, punching. I got to number 5, and the sleeve just fell right in there. I'm like, really? It has a big sleeve, so I don't know what happened. Why those are all small and that one's big, I don't know. Luckily for me, I just happen to have one, so it was, I didn't slow the process down. It was just like, So you run into snags like that. It could get a guy down, but I mean, what are you gonna do? Everyone out there that's an engine builder, machinist, whatever, it happens. Then I got a job from concrete company or something concrete stamping deals. Basically these things, look at that baby, look at the finish on that thing. They were all just beat to heck and they wanted them faced off. So I had 2 of them that I did, and luckily for me, I bought that 6-jaw chuck for my lathe. Man, that thing is nice. It has its advantages and disadvantages. Advantage is this other piece. Oh, it's heavy. I don't know what material this is. It's heavy, but it's a pretty big piece of. That's probably 3 inch or 4 inch, probably 3 inch. Man, it's really heavy though. And it really I mean, I worked on it for an hour to get it back true. But in most cases with that 3-jaw, there was no way you could hold on to this whole piece without putting a live center in there. And then you got a hole there, and that defeats the whole purpose. But that 6-jaw, I just slammed that baby in there, just cranked her down. Not a care in the world. Now I could put the steady rest on there and do it that way, but you know, it's not that big a piece, but holy crap, I don't know what it is. And it's funny because you see how the finish there is different? It's like it was hardened here and then it wasn't there or something. I don't know. I don't even know what they're for. It's something Jeremy, one of Jeremy's, something Wilson and Wilson construction, but yeah. So then we got another bore job over there, and then my nephew, my poor nephew, John David Riddle the fourth. They've been working on the Camaro. They've been doing the Camaro, all the Camaro. They got this LS motor. And everything is just beautiful. Everything. Holly, Dominator, fuel injection. And he's like, we're starting up, Uncle Kevin. I'm like, get it, boy. 3 revolutions. Roll, roll. Locks the motor up. Supposedly, 90,000 miles, 6-liter. John bought on eBay. Buyer beware. So, if you look over here, it is now tore down. I think some of the cam bearings were not in there. I can't remember. Spun rod, crank, fixable, probably 20. I don't remember. But big disappointment. These guys have been working their tail off. I feel so bad for them. So we're gonna do what we can do to get them. You know, they already bought it for $1,200 plus shipping, and then now it's just like, well, we started pricing to just rebuild it. Even my cost, just the parts alone, it was like $1,100, $1,200. Now you're in at $2,400. Then you got to get the crank turn. That's $225. Northern Machine and Welding, by the way. Jeff's over there. Brandon bought the crank turner, crank grinder. So quick turnaround, man. Boom! I brought him 2 cranks. Next day he called me. They're done, Kevin. I'm like, really? So I know Rodney has one over there at Ports, but I think he's so busy that it's hard. It's hard if you just got to do one crank. It's just like I got 10 engines over here to do. You want me to just turn one crank? So I mean I get it. So that's cool. That's nice that they can do that. So I'm gonna have the crank turned. We're gonna get some parts. We're gonna piece it back together the best we can. Pete Eichmann, thanks. He gave us a bunch of stuff, a rotating assembly. So we're gonna find a happy medium there. But yeah, that's what's going on. Never a dull moment here at Advanced Machine. Riley hasn't been working because he worked himself out of a job. No, he did a bunch of work for me, and then it's just one man show. It's just there's nothing I really have for him. So he had finals one week and then Christmas break, and so hopefully, if someday we'll ever get into the other shop, I think business will pick up. We still got the Kubota. We ended up having to put a sleeve in the Kubota. They don't make a sleeve for the Kubota, so I had to make a sleeve for the Kubota. It's got like a 7 1/4 inch stroke, so I ended up getting a 10-inch long sleeve, and so I got it. I started it, and then parts came in for these 2, and I was like, I'm gonna do these, get those out, because that's a lot of money just tied up. It's mainly just some parts and labor. So, but yeah, that's what's going on. Should be out snow machining, having fun, but this is a pretty casual day, pretty laid back. So I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas and enjoys their family and remembers the reason for the season is God, really. So we want to always remember that. So Merry Christmas from Advanced Machine, me, Jeremy, and Riley. Well, and the cat, and the dog. So anyways, take care. God bless.